All right, hey everybody, Jason here at Samco Workshop. Let's talk about the downside, the cons, the downside to the Gladiator. Okay, I own one, love the truck, but what are the downsides to these things today? What are the disappointing factors to them that make them where they don't sell as good as they should? And you know, what makes it where people don't want them as much as other vehicles? Let's look into that. So we got a standard Sport S here, we got a Mojave here, we got a Mojave here, we got another Mojave. These are all 2024s. We do not have any Rubicons out yet. We got another white Mojave there, we got a Sport right over there. So we have these here. What's the downsides to them? Well, the downsides, there's one huge con, but before we get to that, the biggest problem with them, we'll save for a few minutes here. We'll talk about the fact the reason that people don't like them so much is, one, is because they don't get very good gas mileage because they're shaped like a block of cheese. They're basically three squares, a square here, a square in the middle, and a square on the end. They're a three-square truck is what they are. And so they don't have very much aerodynamics to them, so your gas mileage is not that good. Plus, they're still a naturally aspirated V6, where everybody else has gone to basically an inline 4 turbo or something like that, where they're going to be able to get a little better fuel efficiency. These don't offer that luxury, so your gas mileage is right around you know, more around the 20 mpgs versus 23, 24 mpgs of some of the newer models. However, you do get bigger tires. Like I said, this one isn't about the pros, because there's a lot of pros to them. There's a reason I own them and I love them. But the cons is that you're not getting as good a gas mileage. Also, with the solid front axle, which has got so many benefits, but that solid front axle that you see right there, there is a negative to that they wander a little bit more. It's the same thing with even a 2500 or a 3500 work truck, or I mean, you know, heavy duty truck. When you have a solid front axle versus independent front suspension, you're going to get a little more wander in it, okay? The benefits of articulation, robustness, capability way outweigh that, but a lot of people don't like that. They want it to ride like a, well, you want this to ride like a Ranger down the road. It's just not going to happen. The other factor is the noise factor. When you have removable panels like this in a, you know, you have a hard top or a soft top, but even with this hard top that's on here and those panels in there, there is a noise factor to this. Even with the this one's got the insulation in there, you can see those black panels on the roof, but there's still a lot of noise in this vehicle that comes from the fact that it's not like you have a you know, a steel roof with headliners and insulation and all that stuff in there, so you get a little more road noise out of them. Plus the shape, again, is the same thing that causes the lack of MPGs, causes wind noise on it as well too, because of its shape. It's not very aerodynamic in style, so you get more wind noise in it that people are not that comfortable with sometimes, and that also contributes to more wander, just like you get with its solid front axle. But because of the shape of this thing and how high up it sits, it's more prone to wind push and things like that, moving you around the road a little more. So this is a vehicle that you drive, okay? You have to drive it. It doesn't drive itself. You have to keep it on the road. You have to keep it in your lane. You have to do that stuff with these, but it adds a lot of fun factor to it. But it is a con to many people. They feel that is an issue on it. Another issue that some people have versus other vehicles is the back seat room in this thing is incredible. There is more back seat space in a Gladiator than any other mid-size truck out there, period. I mean, this thing has just got so much back seat space, but it has a very little access door here. May not be a big deal, but it is a lot trickier to get in and out of here than it is on like a Colorado or a Ranger or something like that, because of that shape. But it is very functional, but that door can be an issue for some people, and it may be something they want to complain about, because it's just, like I said, that shape makes it just a little bit tougher in and out of that back seat area. But overall, they're incredibly capable machines. The other downside to them is that Jeep kind of just, like so many companies today, they fall short when it comes to just giving you that what you need. They just, and it's probably all on purpose, but they force you to. Like here we have a Mojave. Okay, Mojave is one of Jeep's top tier vehicles. Okay, you got the Fox suspension in this thing, you got the reinforced chassis, you got extra frame welds in the frames, you got all of these quality features in this vehicle. The new steering wheel, the updated one, you got more bolstering in the seats. You know, there's a lot of really cool things that come with this trim level for the Mojave, but they only give you the rear locker. Why couldn't they give us the front locker too? Rubicon has it. Why make us pick between this and a Rubicon, when they could keep the Rubicon and make this one whole trim level higher and give us the front locker, give us the disconnectable sway bar like the Rubicon has, and make the Mojave the top dog Jeep, and let the Rubicon be one level below it. But no, instead they don't let you have that. They make you pick and choose. Why does the Rubicon not get the reinforced frame? Is it going to be less use? And then on top of that, why would a Sport with a max tow package that's going to be used hardcore like that too also not get a reinforced frame? Why do they play these weird little games? I don't understand that kind of stuff. That philosophy of thinking behind it is very upsetting. Now also skid plates. Now skid plates, now they're very well tucked up underneath the Jeep. So all the components and everything, exhaust, all that's tucked up very good underneath the Jeep. But where we should have more skid plates, especially on a Mojave and a Rubicon, for the prices they're asking. We'll talk about that. But I mean, if you look underneath this thing, there is not much there for skid plates. And this is a top dog off-road vehicle, and again, we'll cover this more in a minute, but like, look at that price. Where are our skid plates for that? So like I said, there's some things that you scratch your head wondering what Jeep was thinking, or what they do, or why they do some of the stuff they do. It blows your mind a little bit. Like I said, love their vehicles, love what you can do with them, but some things it's just everybody today just falls a little short of what they should, and the world would be a much different place if I ran it, I guess is the best way to say it. Some things definitely upset me quite a bit. All right, now the big one. Now the biggest one, the one that really holds these back, because we know that there is not the reliability issues that people think they are. Like I said, it's mostly BS. If you look at all the complaints on these things, it's mostly people complaining about wind noise, about how it wanders on the road. They don't like the steering that's in it, relating again to the solid front axle. Why did you buy it then? That's pointless. That's like having a pet snake and getting pissed when it bites you. You know what it is going into it. It is what it's designed for. So it's got some amazing features. Even though people complain about them, they're a good thing. Or they're complaining about electrical issues. The number one thing that plagues the Jeep, electrical issues. It's also the most heavily modified vehicle in existence and always has been. Most of these things, when they're bought, they're going to be loaded up with ditch lights, with light bars, with winches, with all kinds of electronics that the average person is installing themselves with duct tape, electrical tape, and twisting wires together, and they expect this stuff to not have problems. When it has problems, they blame Jeep for it. It's not their fault. It's Jeep's fault. You see this stuff time and time again, and it's really upsetting. And then on top of that, this vehicle is designed to and gets used off-road in the most harshest conditions of any vehicle ever made, more so than any other vehicle made. And so when something breaks, again, people blame it on Jeep. Like I said, it's pretty ridiculous. So in my opinion, reliability, the quality of the motor is amazing. However, with that said, with the prices we're getting, again, on a level like this, on a Mojave, something that is meant to go fast, something that is meant to do this, even though they're already shorting us on the front locker and the sway bar disconnect, where's the motor? Where's another motor for this? Okay, yeah, they had the diesel, that was great, but where's our go fast motor? Why are we not, why do we not have a Hemi 392 for this in the last couple of years like we do for the Wrangler? Why do we not have that 500 horsepower Hurricane 500 going into one of these right here to make this model here a true go fast type setup? They like I said, they dropped the ball on this stuff. Why are they dropping the ball? Because of the price they're asking. That is the big one. That is the big deal. Now, if you're buying a leftover 2023, which I did, which many people are doing, you're getting tremendous savings off on those, and that's a very good thing. But now we're looking at 2024s. Okay, this is 2024 now. Okay, we got some upgrades to them. It's nice. We got an antenna in there, in the windshield. I don't like it, but it's there. You got the locker in a Willys version now, which is nice. I mean, they got some nice features, don't get me wrong. Side curtain airbags, but the price. Okay, this is a Gladiator Mojave, $68,000. That is a very hard pill to swallow for a vehicle with a naturally aspirated V6 And you know, $68,000 for a mid-size truck, that's a very hard pill to swallow. What about here though? What if we don't go to a Mojave? What if we're like, no, I'll build my own, let's buy this Jeep. Well, let's buy a Sport S model, or actually let's just get let's get a Sport S, because then we don't have roll-up windows, we actually got power windows. So here's a Sport S. What if we wanted to buy this and we were going to just do the work ourselves on it? Does that work? Well, it does work, but look at it again. $56,000 for this. $56,000. So let me ask you this. Here's your choice. This or a brand new Ford Ranger Raptor. This or a brand new Ford Ranger Raptor. This or a Colorado ZR2 Bison Edition. Okay, let that sink in, because they're pretty close. Actually, this being the same exact price as a Raptor Ranger, and only within about $2,000 of the Colorado ZR2 Bison, and you could get a Colorado ZR2 non-Bison for, you know, $5, $8, $9,000 less than this. Okay, let that sink in. Their price of these is their biggest killer. Now in 2023, they gave some good deals, but these prices on all of these Gladiators are just insane. They're just going off the charts. I mean, these prices, when you start getting $70,000 for a mid-size truck, like we have right here, you bumped your head. And it's not even a 4xe. Okay, it's not even a hybrid. Not that I would ever want a hybrid, but it's not. Like I said, these prices are the killer of the Gladiator. They're the #1 downside to it. Is it an amazing vehicle? Yes. Is it the most capable truck made today on any kind of level? Yes. Is it the funnest truck on the market today? In my opinion, yes it is. The removable tops, the quick and easy removable freedom panels, the doors pop off. There's nothing funner than this thing out here. Does it do everything you want it to? Yes. Is there more inside room in the back end than any other midsize? Yes. Is it the amazing inside with the upright driving position and the way this is? Yes. Everything about this truck is amazing. Yes, except for the stupid price. Okay, the price is stupid. Now, like I said, hopefully the trend that we saw in 2023 continues, and at the end of 2024, when these are still sitting all over the lot and everybody's on YouTube talking about how Jeep can't sell one, they're a piece of crap, they're no good. No, the reason they can't sell them is because they priced themselves out of it. Okay, even though they brought them down a little bit on MSRP, they're still way too high. But if Jeep will continue to give the deals like we saw at the end of this year, or you know, right now on the 2023s, if we start seeing that deal again on the 2024s, and you start getting 15, 18, 20 grand off on them, now you're talking about a very good vehicle for a very good deal. Jeep needs to figure that out. But right now, these prices are just insane. Like I said, here's even a Sport. A simple Sport, basically a playground, a blank slate for you to do whatever you want to and build it up any way you want to do with it, make it into whatever you want, customize it your way. And we don't even have a window sticker on this one for some reason, but again, $50,000, $50,000+ for a Sport model. That price is the killer of the Gladiator. That is its biggest downfall, its biggest pet peeve. You know, hopefully they can reel that in and make something happen. Or even better than making it better is leave the MSRPs like they are. Let these things stockpile up on the lots like they've been doing, and everybody complaining online about how they're not going to sell and how someday they're going to get rid of it because it's not a good mover for them. And then at the end of the year, you know, for the last quarter of the year, discount them tremendously where we can all jump in and buy one. We get it. We keep our amazing resale value because of the sticker price that's on it. We get it for $15,000, $20,000 less. Drive it. When we go to sell it, we make a fortune on it. That way it's a win-win all the way around. How Ram does it with their vehicles too. So maybe that's the concept here. But the sticker price is the biggest downfall to a Gladiator. Thanks for watching.